Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Thursday, August 31st. We are almost through the end of the first month of Big Brother. It's day 30 in the Big Brother house. This is the period that was easy because I guess tomorrow will be the first. It'll be the 31st day. All right, just add 30 days to whatever day of the month it is for September. Jag is leaving. That's the key takeaway from today's little card cast. Jag will be leaving, probably be unanimous again. Maybe America will throw him a hinky vote. I don't know. A vote. I don't know. The special power actually killed it for Jag, believe it or not. Unless he won it, which he didn't, but I mean, he had a shot, and then they did the power thing, and everybody got nervous, and now nobody wants to rock the boat. They're going to stay with getting rid of Jag and keeping Blue, even though we now know who has the power, which is Matt, probably, because Cirie was caught talking to Jared, saying she didn't know how to tell Matt to use the power. She feels that she has control over Matt and she can influence him, which she probably can, on using the power or not. And that was the big alarm that went off early afternoon in the Big Brother house. I was watching it and I was like, whoa, wait, and then I started tweeting about it and everybody else started tweeting about it at the same time. So it was that moment that we figured it out. So Matt has the power. Cirie played for it. Matt played for it. Corey played for it, and Jag played for it. We should see all that tonight. But Matt's not going to use it. He's just not smart to use it. He would keep it for yourself, right? Which is what he's going to do. Which is what Cirie wants him to keep it for her. Obviously, for her alliance. That's in her mindset. Keeping it so that they can be safe next week. She doesn't care that Jag goes. So that's what's going on. The dancing last night, they decided America was kind of like, we just need to tell him that he's going to go, and they're like, no, we'd rather not. Let's make the night easier for him and tomorrow, and let him think he's staying, so it's not as much of a downer. That's the gist of what they're saying. And they're saying they're doing it for him, but yeah, they're doing it for them too, because then they don't have to hassle with it. It's easier just to say, yeah, you're staying, yeah, you're staying, yeah, you're staying, and then tomorrow night I'll be, oh, you're not staying. That's what's going on with that. It's just a bummer for Jag, but there's nothing they can do at this point. And there was a couple of questions about how the power works because of the way Cirie described it. And all right, awkward pause there. I had to stop for a minute. So Cirie described the power to Jared, and it just seemed like it was different than what we had heard or what we expected. And I have a feeling, talking last night in a Twitter Spaces, someone, I can't remember, I think it was Kim was her name, or it might have been another person who was asking about it, and the way she explained it, I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. At least what I think I know what's going on here is, I think Cirie is applying Survivor rules to this twist, as in an immunity idol kind of a twist, when it's not an immunity idol. It's not an immunity idol. So what I understood the twist to be, is Matt has the ability, and apparently he has to tell them this morning, before the night, he has to tell them early if he's going to use it or not. Now, I don't know how he's going to say, I'm going to use it on Jag, or I'm going to use it on Blue, and then they won't go, or I'm going to use it on either one of them, kind of a thing. It's like, well, if it's kind of confusing there. It's like, I thought really they would announce, Jag, you've been evicted, and then maybe Matt would say, no, he's not, I'm saving him. Or, if Matt was nominated, Matt, you've been evicted, Matt say, no, I have a power, I'm not. But it sounds like they're going to try to keep the owner of the power a secret. So in order to do that, Matt has to tell them ahead of time if he's going to use it or not. My guess is this morning they're going to say, this is my guess, they're going to say, Matt, do you want to use the power on either of them? And Matt would say, I will use the power to save Jag if he's voted out. Or I will use the power to save either of them, or I will use the power to save Blue, or I'm not using the power. Those are kind of the four choices that he may give them. So the decision is made beforehand, and that way there's no exposing that he's the one who's using the power, right? That's my guess. But the way Sari explained it to Jared was that Matt could use the power, like he could say, I'm saving Jag, but if Blue even got one vote, say Kim, that was who was in the chat room, say that Blue got one vote and Jag got all the rest of them, and Matt had said he's saving Jag, then that would mean that Blue would go instead of Jag, and that's not the way it works as far as I know. The way it works is Jag gets saved, Blue doesn't go either. There's no, the person who goes, the only way this person goes is if they get the most votes, and unlike in Survivor, if you use an immunity idol, then the next person with the next amount of votes goes, right? That's not what this is, and that's not how this works. But I think Sari is just putting a Survivor rules or Survivor spin on this power. And it happens all the time when these house guests get told a certain thing. It's a game of telephone. So Matt was given the instructions. Matt told Sari how he thinks it works. Then Sari interpreted it in her brain, and she's telling Jared how it works, and it's all mangled. So just know, first of all, it's not getting used. And I don't think there was any shot that if he did use it on Jag, that Blue was going to go home. Unless Blue got the majority of the votes, that's the only way it was going to happen. The other little bit that Sari said, which I don't know, is she said that if it got used tonight, that Cameron would still be allowed to compete in the head of household competition since his head of household got ruined by using the power. Again, the power's not going to get used, but this will apply to next week. That would be another reason not to use it, because that would give Cameron another shot. I don't think Cameron will be allowed to participate in the next head of household competition if Matt uses the power. I don't think the next head of household will be allowed to participate if Matt uses the power. So next week, I think that's another one where Sari's got it wrong, but we don't know for sure, but they never mentioned that the head of household would be allowed to compete in the next thing. And that is a thing that's happened only, like, we were talking about this again in this Twitter Spaces. The only time that happened that we could remember, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure I'm wrong, but the one that we can remember is when they redid the entire week. When they all pressed the button. They pressed the button on Big Brother 16, and they basically erased the week and redid it. That was a way just to wipe out a week and start over. And because they were starting over, they let the person recompete for head of household, right? And I couldn't tell you who did it. I don't remember. I just remembered that particular event happening. There have been other times, though, when, like, the coup d'etat has ruined someone's week and the person doesn't get to compete again. So it's not the same. All right? So that's what's going on with the power. Jag is leaving, and that's the big parts you need to know. Last night's show, I did have one other thought on last night's episode. They showed Blue talking about thinking that Jared might be related to Sari and not to Felicia. I really think those diary rooms, this is just my opinion, I really think those diary rooms were recorded before Jared told Blue that he was related to Felicia. Now, that's the other thing people are saying. People are saying that Jared never told Blue that he was related to Felicia, that they edited it to appear that way. I recall that people said that Blue had guessed that he was related to Felicia. But I also recall that the feeds were going up and down at that point, and I think that what we saw may not have been on the feeds. Now, again, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if what we saw where Jared said, "What about Felicia?" I think that may have happened when the feeds weren't on. So, but I could be wrong. So that's what's going on. I don't know when Jared told him about, if and when Jared told Blue about Felicia. I mean, I know when it happened in the feeds, but I mean, I don't know if the diary rooms happened before or after that. My sense was it happened before that she did those diary rooms. She already had her suspicions, like maybe 2 weeks ago, because he was dropping hints, and she was kind of getting it for herself. And then he told her that, and so I don't know. Either way, she's not telling. She's not giving it up. She's not telling anybody. So, it's like, oh my gosh, she's got this huge bit of information and she is not giving it up. She's not here to play Big Brother, in my opinion, even though she keeps saying she is, and she told Felicia or somebody that she's going to be shooting for it tonight. Yeah, whatever. I don't see her playing the game. I see her being on it for the TV exposure. And here's the other thing. Although she did tell America she was kind of getting tired of Jared, but here's the other angle. Why would you ruin a potential relationship with a guy whose mom is a very famous reality TV player? Why would you ruin their game at the off chance you might win the whole thing? Because I don't think she thinks her odds of winning are very good. So, long story short, Jag is going home tonight. Don't know what the head of household competition is going to be. People were suspecting it might be a booth or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if they'll get it done during tonight's show. We'll figure all that out, and we'll talk tomorrow whenever I talk to you guys. It may be a little bit later in the morning because I am not working tomorrow. So this is the beginning of my long weekend. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for your support. Sorry for being a bit short and a bit all over the place this morning. That's typical for me though, right? Yes. Take care, everybody, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.